Welcome to Ellavateyoga. Today we're going to look at a very important and basic pose called cat-cow. This is Erica and she's going to show it to you. So in cat-cow, you just come to all fours, and what this pose does is shows you the spinal curves in the practice, well, the spinal curves in your spine that you use throughout the practice. So in the practice, you just want a neutral spine. You just want stomach and the ribs pull in, hip and head in the same line, neck is long. And if you put that on your feet, it would be samasthiti or the one they use in Hatha. What is it called? I have now forgotten. Well, it'll come to me later, but just a very neutral pose. So the thing about cat-cow is you learn the spinal curve. So when you do cow, you drop down and lift the neck. So you can see, this is cow, you can see how much the lower back gives and how much the neck could give if she was to crank it even more, which I wouldn't suggest long term because you would injure the neck. So this is mostly where you get injured in the spine, in the lower back in class. So you want to always make sure not to do this, especially when you're twisting. Do not twist from here. But now when you find cat and you push everything up to the ceiling, notice the stomach is pulling in, the ribs are pulling in, and this part of the body is not so hypermobile. The upper back doesn't give as much, and it shares a curve with the sacrum, and that part should always be stable in poses. So when you're doing handstand, press-up work, strengthening, you always want to have this action of pushing out of the floor. The navel to the spine is protected. But you wouldn't want to walk around like this or practice like this because this is also too much of a curve. So you want to start to neutralize it too. Oh, Tadasana and Hatha, that's what I was thinking of. The neck is long, this is nice. So, however, if you wake up tight, if you have back issues, to warm up at the beginning of a class, this is a great way to warm up. So if you were to flow through it, inhale, you take a cow, everything drops down, the lower back, the chest lifts, the neck lifts, exhale round, everything pushes out of the floor. One more, inhale, lift. And this is just a nice way to move through the spinal curves and reopen. Exhale, round, navel to the spine. However, just to recap, cow, drop down. The neck and the lower back, they share a curve. They're hypomobile. That's where most of your injuries are going to happen, the neck and the lower back. Now, round, push out of the floor. The thoracic, the upper back, not so mobile at all. So you want to breathe there so you don't collect here, you don't stay in anxiety here. The sacrum, there should be a stable part of the body. You don't want to twist and affect that as well. So remember, in yoga, we try neutral curves. You can sit for a second. So the blueprint then becomes in every pose. In classical, it would be big toes together, heels an inch apart. You don't want to exaggerate like you're doing cow, right? So you want to bring the butt down, stomach and ribs pull in. This is just this neutral stand, shoulders back. You're also not trying to exaggerate, you're not before trying to exaggerate cow, so you're not here, you're pulling down. You're also not trying to exaggerate cat, so you're not rounding. It's just nice and neutral. In Hatha, it's just Tadasana, so you would have more of a balance by going hip distance. And for a lot of people, this is a better choice, not just because of the stability aspect, but also because most of us are tight in the hips. You're down, you lift your kneecaps, same thing. You're not exaggerating cow, you're not sticking out, you're not cranking the neck, and you're not exaggerating cat. You're not pushing out, it's just nice and neutral. So in all your poses, think, am I representing this blueprint in my practice? Hope that was helpful for you in keeping your spine nice and long and the longevity of your practice. Goodbye.